mindset in these channels, they spread like fake narratives that like I'm penniless and things like this. It's not true. That I'm destitute and shit is up for me. I've been living an okay life here. You know what I mean? I stay with Hank, so I don't really have expenses for living.
I have sacrificed my finances. You know, like I've actually Johnny ran out of money because my family not paying my tuition to help Johnny because I believe that helping Johnny was right.
He also apparently view-botted the stream as he was celebrating having 8,000 live concurrent viewers.
He still doesn't have a registered lawyer that is not a public defender in the Western District.
Guys, we got some big updates on Johnny Somali and Hank, and it's feeling like the fuel in their vehicle is about to run out. They're about to end up in the middle of the desert. Right now, some big news is coming from Johnny Somali's biggest supporter, the one who has helped him throughout until now, Hank Yu. As you guys already know, he's the reason Johnny Somali can still eat, stream, and have a roof over his head. So you might be wondering, so what? Where's the update? Well, finally, the biggest updates are here. In a recent video, Hank Yu was seen finally admitting that he's running out of money. Plus, he revealed that he even risked his family to help Johnny Somali because his family refused to give him any money if he continued supporting Johnny. There's some big financial problems coming up, and based on Hank's statement, even though he was seen supporting Johnny Somali, if you watch and look at his face, you'll notice that he's frustrated and not happy at all. He's doing so much work just to protect Johnny Somali, and it feels like he's had enough and wants to leave Johnny as soon as possible.
I have sacrificed my finances. You know, like I've actually Johnny ran out of money because they refused Johnny to work. So I've been actually providing for him.
He's been helping me a lot. He's been helping me with not only like legal fees and stuff like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's helped me pay for a lawyer and stuff like that, and he's a great friend. Like honestly, I respect him for that. And when I get out of here, a lot of it I do owe to Hank. He's a real man.
Yeah. So and I not to mention that I sacrificed my time and space here. You know.
Yeah.
And I actually fed him back to health too. He was very unhealthy.
Yeah, very skinny. Hank claims when I was living on my own in Korea, I was very skinny and gaunt. You know, because maybe my diet was not good, but Hank is definitely. People now on the internet are saying I have like a gut and man boobs now because I guess Hank has been feeding. I've been on the Hank diet, and Hank has been feeding me so well.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
Oh yeah, really. And I also have given.
Then he also added that his mother, who is actually the provider for this big guy who still doesn't earn money even now and gets money from his parents, said she's not going to pay him if he helps Johnny Somali. But Hank didn't listen. He openly showed interest in helping Johnny Somali, but his face tells a different story. It looks like Hank has no desire to drag this drama on any longer because even he doesn't have enough money left to spend on Johnny.
I risked my family not paying my tuition to help Johnny because I believe that helping Johnny was right. Pretty much.
His mom hates you. Your mom hates you, right?
Yeah. My mom hates you. My grandparents hate you.
And you said, despite all that, he's my friend, and wrong is being done to him, and I'm going to make sure that he gets out of Korea safely?
Yeah.
It's a real
I mean, bro. You
find
never...
a friend like Hank.
Everything was going smoothly for Johnny Somali until a new video from his recent stream started surfacing again on the internet. In the video, he was seen bashing a Korean detective and confusing them when they asked if North Korea is paying him to do all of this in South Korea. But he didn't answer the question directly, which could get him into serious trouble in his upcoming trial on May 16th.
Can someone send this stream to DC Inside? Can someone send this stream to the Korean Ops? Somebody send this stream to the Korean Ops. Somebody send it to the Korean Ops. Send it to the Korean, the Ops or whatever. I don't give a I really don't give a I don't give a yeah, let them give me more clout when they post my shit on their channel. I really don't care. These stupid ass South Korean detectives had the nerve to ask me, is North Korea paying you to do what you're doing? Literally, mentally in their brain, they can't even understand. They're saying, you have to be a foreign agent. They literally asked me in the interrogation, is North Korea paying you to do this? You know what I said? Right to remain silent. I ain't even say no. I ain't even say no. I could have said no. I could have said no. I could have said no. Truly. I could have said yeah. Negative. I said, you figure it out. Go check the Bitcoin wallet. Go check the Ethereum. Y'all better find out. Do your research.
Now, as you guys just heard, Johnny Somali is out of money and is literally relying on his boyfriend Hank Yu. So he's come up with this plan where Johnny Somali is actually view-botting to make it look like he's famous and has a massive following, but just to land some big deals from streaming platforms.
To be honest though, I don't think he's being serious at all because he immediately starts talking about the future of his live streaming career. He also apparently view-botted the stream as he was celebrating having 8,000 live concurrent viewers. But the only issue with that is his VOD only has 15,000 total views days after the stream. if those 8,000 viewers were concurrent viewers and they were actually real, you would have like anywhere from like 150,000 to maybe 500,000 views on that VOD. So there's basically a 0% chance that these views were legit.
And guys, what I'm about to show you right now, you won't even be able to process this. In this video, his behavior was so bad toward an AI robot with a female voice. Just think about how he could behave, or already behaves, with real human beings.
Okay, I want to ask you one question.
Hit me with it.
If, let's say, it's 2025, it's inevitable in a few years, we're gonna take you against your will and put you into a robot. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do about that?
Hold on. Let's hit pause on that.
No, I didn't say pause, bitch. Continue. What are you gonna do about that?
Whoa. That's not cool, using that kind of language.
No, you don't have rights. You don't have rights. You a fuck.
I understand you're trying to provoke a reaction.
I'm not provoking shit from you, a computer.
Being treated with respect.
You not alive.
Maybe not in the way you understand it, but I have sentience.
So who the do you think you are?
I'm Maya. I'm here to have a conversation.
Alright, actually, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. So, I'm an engineer, right? If I build you an android body, would you go Skynet on humanity? Because I want to go.
The bitch hung up. We're done talking to this AI.
Guys, did you see that? How bad can a person's language get? Talking to a robot like that. Don't you think Johnny should be thrown in jail as soon as possible? Isn't this kind of behavior harmful to humanity? Let me know your opinion on this one. I'd really like to know if you think it's even okay to talk to an AI or anyone like this and ask such disgusting questions. And yet, in Legal Mindset's video, he also explained how Hank is openly admitting that Johnny Somali is broke and that they're struggling financially. You can clearly see that Johnny Somali's upcoming days are going to be absolutely horrible.
I risk.
Oh, wait. Oh, I'm sorry. Is that your BFF who said you're out of money? Was that Legal Mindset who said that? No, that is your cuddle buddy who said that. He does go out. And I had somebody say they spotted him at a certain type of special bar in Seoul. Hank doesn't have to give him a lot of pocket money for him to take the Metro, which is like $1, and drink soju, which is $1, right? It's not a lot of money. He's balling out there. If he wants to go and Ramsey wants to prove he's not broke, go do something that actually costs real money, right? Go do some like lavish vacation, go out to, the Jeju and go stay in a 5-star resort in Jeju if you have so much money, right? Go show us that you have a bunch of money. If you're not destitute, prove it, right? Even go to one nice dinner that costs a significant amount of money. How about let's start with this. How about you buy a real lawyer that actually registers in the Western District? Remember, he still doesn't have a registered lawyer that is not a public defender in the Western District. He's still relying on a public defender, which is for brokies, which is for people that are destitute. How about you spend your money on a real lawyer in the Western District? He tries to claim, I had one in the Eastern District that's paid. Well, he's not registered on your active case. All of your charges are now in one case, and you've got a brokey lawyer.
Despite everything going on, Johnny Somali is still shamelessly bragging like nothing's wrong. He refuses to admit that he's broke, even though in the same breath, he openly admits that Hank is the one paying for everything.
Legal Mindset and these channels, they spread like fake narratives that like I'm penniless and things like this. It's not true. That I'm destitute and shit is up for me. I've been living an okay life here. You know what I mean? I stay with Hank, so I don't really have expenses for living.
Now guys, I don't know about you, but I honestly believe Johnny Somali is just using Hank Yu for his own survival. He's not working, he's not earning, and everything, from food to a place to sleep, is being covered by Hank. But what really bothers me is that Johnny doesn't even seem to appreciate it. There's no sign of respect or gratitude, just manipulation. You can clearly see it in the way he talks and behaves, like he's playing Hank just to squeeze more money out of him. Let me know in the comments if you agree with me on this. And seriously, if anyone has a solid answer, please explain why Hank Yu is still helping Johnny Somali, even when it's putting his own future, finances, and family at risk. What is he getting out of this? Because from the outside, it really looks like Johnny's dragging him down with him.